I returned! This time to play the World Tour mode. I don't know if I've said this on recording before, but I have already played the first chapter of World Tour mode via the demo, the same way that I suspect many people have. So don't expect me to be surprised by anything I'm seeing. I'll let the intro play anyways for anyone who hasn't seen it. Though I know with my video encoder not being all that impressive, a lot of this will look like garble. I am sorry about that. I am not an expert on these video matters, and my equipment is not exactly professional level.
I want to be strong. Can you believe it? We got self-driving cars. The time's coming, we'll be taking rockets to Mars. And yet you still got folks out there using their fists and bodies to seek strength. Yeah, I hear you, man.
You know, I so often think that a lot of what they talk about in Street Fighter, all this stuff about, like, strength and the truth is in the heart of battle, I think it's just, like, garble or mistranslated stuff, or just stuff that only really makes sense for, you know, Japanese culture still having those old Bushido traditions. But then I talked to my buddy Ted, and it's like, no, there are honestly people for whom this is all perfectly logical stuff that is vital to their life philosophy, and it kind of puts into perspective how people can view life so differently. That, like, so much of what Street Fighter talks about is just, like, nonsense to me. Like, yeah, strength of the battle. The value of strength. What is strength? And, yeah, it's just like, I don't entirely get it, but apparently it is deep to someone. Here's Luke. Hero's protagonist, man.
You my new recruit? Kids, take a breather!
He's a dork. A lot more likable in this game than in 5, though.
This is Buckler Security Services. I'm Luke, the coach around here. You're here for basic training, right? Okay, let's get you measured up.
Am I gonna get that pop-up every time there's a cutscene? Okay, I'm going to keep the Macho Man Randy Savage I've made for World Tour. He's not perfect, but nonetheless, I do like the idea of running around the Street Fighter world as Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. Don't have the accent down too well, though. It needs some work.
Can't forget your name either. That's important.
Excuse you, my name is not Alex. It is Randy Macho Man. 15 characters. Well, then, in that case, we're just Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Give me your
Believe
Sunday best.
Hang on, can I take a picture specifically when he's blinking? Oh, I'm too slow. That's still pretty good.
I always end up with something weird.
I like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a winner right there. That's considerably better looking.
Yeah, gotta say, you're photogenic.
Now, obviously, that dialogue is a lot funnier if I were playing as some kind of freaky monster.
Well, that should about wrap up.
But I suspect there will be lots of people recording YouTube videos of themselves playing freaky monsters, and I want to play the game my way. Which is to say that at some point I probably will turn myself into a freaky monster. But for now, it's funnier to play as Macho Man, at least to me. Play the tutorial? Hell no! I know how to street fight.
The easy stuff and jump straight to sparring?
I'm a veteran of the large street violence.
Alright, that about covers the basics.
I appreciate when, even if you skip the tutorial, they play a cutscene like you just finished the tutorial.
That's how the basics are.
What an impressive fighter you are, he says after you turn down both opportunities for training.
Need a stable launching pad for takeoff, or else they're just gonna crash and burn. You get me?
Coach, how is any of that gonna help him handle this?
He got those twins dive kicks. Okay, now it is going to be a little bit awkward this first fight, because for the first chapter of the game, which was the entire length of the demo, you are locked to modern controls and cannot switch to classic controls. So I'm going to just be mashing buttons because I am not a modern controls user. But thankfully, if my memory serves of modern controls from the demo, pressing the modern controls buttons, the AI is not too terribly advanced, so you're probably safe to just hit buttons. Okay, he's beating my ass, actually. So in that case, it's time to go ahead and get lazy. Whoopsie doodles. And regardless of whether or not you actually win the fight, they then play an animation like Bosch is going for a super move.
Bosch, come on, man. Are you really gonna be the type
Is
to
Bosch a
talk
unique
before you-
model, or did they make him the custom character creator? It's a sign of high praise for a game's custom character creator when you can't tell what is an actual pre-made model, a prefab model, versus someone made in the custom character creator.
Ah, right.
I mean, one of the presets is just explicitly Akuma, and it's made so well, it looks like what you can actually expect Akuma's game model to look like. When they add him in the DLC, of course. Which is, what, a year from now?
You're my trainees, and you joined at the
I
same
can't
time.
blame him for taking too long on the DLC. The characters in Street Fighter 6 seem far more advanced than the characters in any Street Fighter prior. And better animated and better looking.
We both came here looking for strength. If both of us are trying to find that strength, sooner or later, one of us is going to get there first. What happens to the other person then? We all know that nobody's going to be friends after that, so why bother pretending now?
Well, Bosch, to me it just looks like you're a big whiny baby.
Tough question. You gotta know what strength means to you before you go looking for it.
Once I find Zangief, I'll figure out how to pile drive you.
Really might end up in that situation.
And you shall learn soon. You shall learn well the taste of the pavement.
You two are still my plucky little trainees. Listen to what your coach says, and put your hearts into your training. Focus on that. All right. Okay.
Okay, while there is not the humor of playing as weird mutant freakazoid with 8-foot long arms and
In many forms.
2-inch long legs, that whole thing, I may be missing out on that. It is kind of funny that this story mode was clearly designed for you to be playing as some plucky young gun. I am instead playing as a probably late 30s, early 40s Randy Macho Man Savage. So we're going to go ahead and hammer our way through the first chapter as fast as possible here before we start actually really exploring or messing around with the game systems. Because we want to switch to classic controls as soon as possible. So if memory serves from the demo, we gotta go and fight some chick who practices the Chun-Li style. Hit auto combos on her. Go pick a fight with somebody else. Eat some vegan pizza, or vegetarian pizza. And then go beat up the chick's siblings. And then get beat up by Luke. And then we will unlock classic controls. Yeah, Hagar! They gotta explain at some point during this World Tour. I gotta mention, I've really not seen anything of World Tour aside from what was in trailers, in the demo, and a little bit of some previews of some of the character stories. So if they explain what happens to Hagar, where Hagar is in this story, that'd be cool, but I don't know if they do. Right. Hagar, Cody, and Guy, or Kai and Gody, you know, as we experts, as we industry insiders like to call them, Kai and Gody, there we go. Yeah, Guy, Cody, and Hagar, they actually succeeded in Fatal Fury? No, Final Fight. I always get those two names mixed up. Yes, indeedy. Now, come to think of it, there's one thing I need to do if I'm going to be playing Macho Man. So let's go ahead and get through these dialogues that I don't care about. Because, Bosch, I know I'm going to just end up beating your ass later. Well, beating it. Hopefully I'm not eating it. Ugh. Once loading finishes up, I should have installed this on the SSD. I'm not going to read these dialogues. I could be here all day. And besides, most of them aren't that interesting or funny.
Oh.
There's an app on your device that from our coach Luke telling us to go get our asses beaten. Now, if memory serves, Luke ends up sending you a pretty suspect text later on in Chapter 1. I wish my phone came with a missions app. Apparently, completing this mission, where I find Alice, gives me 500 miles and one set of iron bar caramels? Caramels? Whatever. Caramels, yeah. I guess there are to-do list apps on phones. That is true. But it'd be cooler if they were labeled missions or objectives. Oh boy, look at those sprites for the distant 3D models. That's how you do it, I know. Obviously, like, I adore the Total War series, and Total War series does the exact same thing to handle the thousands of people on screen. But it's always funny when they zoom out a little bit and you can see the sprites just kind of slowly, awkwardly jittering in place.
Hey.
I'm actually going to have to move my webcam as it's getting in the way and I can't see the dialogue. Webcams are annoying inventions. We never should have started. Definitely no downsides to never having invented those. Okay, so we go check with Alice. She has the how do I already have 5 miles? Oh, no, that's a goal, isn't it? I think that's a goal. Yeah, okay. I was about to say, there's no way I've already run 5 miles.
Why, hello.
Okay, Alice. She has the Chun-Li style. And a very unique sense of fashion. Those gloves in particular. What is going on with those gloves? The fanny pack. I know the fanny pack's supposed to be in now. It's supposed to be back now. But I refuse to respect that. I heard someone saying the other day that the mullet is supposed to be back. I refuse to believe that.
Right.
Alright, and it's time for the automatic combo training.
Okay.
Yeah, she says she's a lot stronger, but if memory serves, her AI is kind of a pushover. Okay, which one? Okay, right trigger plus X and right trigger plus A are the auto combos. Right! The auto combo on X, I remember messing around with that and finding out that it does not connect properly a lot of the time. Also, you don't actually need to get combos, just get stray hits. As long as you're pressing the right trigger plus A or right trigger plus X buttons, it's fine. Now, go assault a random civilian. See, this is the thing that's hilarious. Hilarious about World Tour. Is that, let's see, who here is the most... have we got any ancient grandmas here? Have we got any, you know, businessmen? Like, what's someone just absurd here? There must be someone really just silly for me to challenge. Well, if there's no one silly for me to challenge, then I'll just take on whoever. Oh, the man in the suit has disappeared. No one really silly, then it's Mr. Nathan. Anyone with a name over their heads is someone you can beat up. And beat them up I shall. By spine-bustering them repeatedly. You know, if you're walking the streets of New York, or Metro City, and you've been told that they finally cut down on the crime around here, the first thing you see is you get off the plane and you just see one dude on the sidewalk just throwing spine busters at another dude. Oh, you look like a big gentleman, Stuart. You've got some heft to you. Wow, you've even got an air throw of the knife. Impressive. But not impressive enough. If you get off the airplane, you see a dude just spine-bustering one dude over and over again. Do you sit there and go like, oh yeah, I remember this place used to be so much worse. Used to be you'd see two dudes spine-bustering a dude. I've also unlocked the level up. Excellent. Let's pull open the phone. What was it? Status? Where we upgrade stuff? That's definitely where we... Oh, right. I wanted to do this real quick. Oh, right. Got some free shirts. However, if I'm going to be playing the Macho Man don't wear no shirt. Or gloves. Or pants. Okay, that's a little bit too much. We'll have to keep with this until we can find some actual wrestling tights or trunks. Ooh, shoes. I like these with the cleats. We only have Luke's style right now. He's looking a little bit like a Neanderthal. Not gonna lie, a little bit less Macho Man, a little bit more Caveman. Whew. And of course we can choose our special moves. I'll hold off on that. And here's the skill tree. Now, I want to go for throw strength because I'm a big throw man. I like to throw people, and I'm a wrestle man who wrestles. So when I wrestle people, I really want to wrestle them. Understand? Let's see, we've also got Tough Jawbreaker, increases outgoing damage. Iron Bar Caramels, there we go. Iron Hard Caramels, sweet and full of calcium. Lots of it, sheesh. Chewing them requires full body exertion, providing slight damage resistance. Now that's a candy for serious people right there. None of those, limp dick pussy candies that are just... I don't even know where this joke is going. Tough Jawbreaker, nourishing hard candy. You can lick your way to its nutritious center, but chewing's faster. Hey, let's all be real here. How many people actually go all the way through the hard candy? You do it once in your life, just to test what it's like. And then after that, it's just more convenient. The thing that's always terrible, though, is when you get the bits of the hard candy stuck in your teeth. Especially the molars. It always goes in the pit of the molars. Pick your opponent wisely. Ma'am, I shall not do that. I will do everything but that. I will be uppercutting anyone. I don't care. I'll be uppercutting everyone. Oh, is this where Luke sends me the really No, he's telling me to go eat pizza.
Oh, really?
That would be funny if he just gave you a bunch of tasks that didn't do anything and were completely meaningless, just because he's a dope. Alright, it's time for the Macho Man to help himself to some pizza. I gotta be careful with the buttons you press here. Details. Oh, there are different rewards I can get for killing the shopkeeper faster. Okay, I'll remind myself of that later. Alright, I can buy or sell to the food vendor. Alright, we got a green pizza. It's a pizza covered in asparagus and other veggie toppings, plus melty mozzarella. Also, it's vegetarian, but it's not vegan. That would cause problems for my family. The #1 pizza in Metro City. How can I turn that down? It's the #1. Street fights occasionally break out over pizza toppings, but pepperoni is a universal favorite. Well, I gotta have the #1 pizza. Actually, I'd rather save $100. Give me the asparagus. Asparagus on pizza, that's kind of an odd choice. The food back where I'm from, insert country here. Pizza is universally popular with Americans, but it's partly just because it's so customizable. Well, there's got to be some nationality out there where the pizza goes so firmly against their usual diet that it just seems like a weird alien food they're not into, right? I've certainly never heard of Europeans or Japanese folk having issues with it. Then again, I guess I'm not really a global culinary expert. Alright, now that we're done eating pizza, let's go walk into that shady alleyway. Good idea.
Oh, really?
Would he ever lead us wrong? You know, Luke was there in SF5 and Street Fighter 5 as a DLC at the very end, but he didn't seem like a very trustworthy guy there. I mean, those constant sand shots, he seemed like kind of a scumbag. I don't know if I trust him. But clearly he wouldn't lead us wrong here. Okay, so I know what's about to happen next. We're about to... Okay, that's the Master's building, looking very low-res. And over there is presumably the JP building that we will have the final boss fight on top of. But we're about to get hit by these two guys, and there's story reasons why these two guys are attacking us. But if you saw someone walking the streets, bare-shirted, who is as ripped as my character, and this crazy kung fu monk from ambiguous other place, like Bosch, you generally think that even the dumbest of thugs would not try it. Then again, this is the Street Fighter world. I guess half the thugs can probably throw fireballs from their soul. That's a unique look. I appreciate the snow goggles in the summer. For both of you. Wow, fashion sense runs in the family, huh? I'd hate to see what y'all's parents look like. Tracy and Ryan, which one's which? Ah, that's Tracy. So, I believe the actual thugs walking around the game... Yeah, these box disguises sure are something. Yes, they are. The thugs hide their faces around, just like this. Right, so that's how you can tell regular civvies apart from thugs, is that thugs will be wearing some kind of face covering. And you will, in fact, get mugged by several opponents at the same time at different times. Okay. Beware of people wearing cardboard boxes, that pop-up said before I very quickly shut it down. Okay, now we need to go buy a hat. Right, I forgot about this step. Bosch has never heard of an apparel shop. Okay. Well, that probably narrows down where he's from. He can also momentarily freeze time when he raises his hand. How about that? That's a useful ability. You should use it more often, Bosch. Ooh, look at that lady. Crop top sweatshirt sure is a inspired choice. We picked up $100 doing that. Those cardboard boxes were worth more than I expected. We should find more people with cardboard boxes and beat them up. As you can see, madam, or sir, whoever's running the front counter in here, I am in the need of various clothing items. However, you are evidently only interested in selling me a baseball cap. I have purchased it. I cannot choose not to wear it.
Thank you. Please come again.
It conveys some kind of stat buff, doesn't it? This doesn't exactly go with what I'm wearing, does it? No, it doesn't. Okay, so we've got a silent protagonist that nonetheless people read intentions from. Okay. Oh, cringe. Okay, well, the translators are up on at least some of the modern slang, modern vernacular. That's not really slang. Cringe is just a regular word. It's just being used in an unusual circumstance. Unusual context. Okay, we got matching is really, really in bold. I don't remember that being in the demo. We got bold text. That's always nice. I like the hand wraps. If I beat up Bosch, do I get his hand wraps? And now it's time for us to go get beat up. And from that point on, I'll be free to do as I will. Now, it's bold of Bosch to assume that Luke is going to be walking around dressed like his usual self. Who's to say he's not going to be wearing the outfit this chick is? Of the crop top sweatshirt and the short shorts. No, he's wearing something that's actually much more hideous. Right? I forgot about this terrible outfit Luke has.
What's up?
Gotta make sure to get the wife beater with the cleavage window, huh, Luke?
Hold up, hold up.
Army, it says. I thought he was supposed to be a mercenary. Is he like ex-army? And now's the part where we get whooped. Nonetheless, I will jump. Ah! Oh no, Bosch, you fool! Now, if we keep on opposite sides of him, then ideally... I just need Bosch to help here. We may actually be able to do this. We will probably not. We won't be able to do this. Alright, well, Bosch, I'm gonna blame you for that, even though that was mostly my fault for not bothering to block anything. So, thanks for nothing, Bosch. You stupid idiot. I'm gonna pile drive you harder than I was going to pile drive you before, as payback. And then I'm not gonna just take your wrist wraps, I'm also gonna take your cool beads. And your cool hat.
To check out the city, see the sights, rack up some wins. And then you come back with the confidence to go toe-to-toe with your lovable coach. Guess that practical training paid off in spades. Am I right? If you want to make it in this world, you gotta do what you can. Grind like crazy. And not let up. Not for a second. The road to the top is long, but you just gotta take it one step at a time.
So far, you have taught us nothing valuable except how to go beat up people in alleys and eat pizza. Oh, and buy hats.
Man, you two are great students.
And now I believe we are free to do what we want in the city. Tutorial finito. I've become Luke's student. I can now uppercut people who are not asking for it. Alright, becoming the student of a legendary fighter grants us access to their style, which we can in turn use in battle. Each style includes moves specific to that legendary fighter. Seek out legendary fighters and find a style that works for you. Unique attacks are normal moves that possess special properties. How many you have and what they do depends on which master style you're using. Unique attacks can be performed by using the left stick or the D-pad and an attack button together. Oh, okay, just regular unique... Yeah, command normals. Command normals. Okay, I can change my command normals in a fight. That's interesting.
Huh. You know what? You make a darn good team. I don't think it'd be the worst thing for you two to take on the world together.
That sounds like a terrible idea. This guy seems incredibly annoying.
Together?
Absolutely. Do some training like we did at the gym and around Metro City. Then, the two of you can go and travel the world. You can really get to know each other. And take on all comers.
This seems like a bad idea.
You'll have a blast.
I'm sorry, I can't. I need to be strong, and I need to be it now. I'm not like you. I can't go around treating this like a game.
Bosch, come on.
Coach, I'm done with the course. I got things I need to take care of.
Look out, he's an edgelord.
This did give me some confidence. Thank you. Our only fight ended in a draw. Wish we could have had a rematch.
And good riddance. That will not be the last we see of him, but at the very least we will be free of him for a while. I'm not much up on the Naruto lore, as it were, but that seems like a Sasuke type. As to say, annoying. Yeah, well, it seemed like something was nagging at Bosch. Well, yeah, well, you know what was nagging at him? The fact that he's a bitch. Let's just hope he doesn't stumble down any weird rabbit holes. If he comes out wearing M. Bison's uniform the next time we see him, that would just be great. Alright, get a zoom in on that hairy chest. Doesn't consider himself much of a teacher. Well, that's because you're not much of a teacher, Luke.
How can I put this?
Luckily, that's a good thing, because nobody wants to actually be taught in video games. People generally don't want to be taught in real life. Hang on, I'm just now looking at it. I'm looking at his dog tag. His dog tag is labeled Robert Sullivan, RH positive, Catholic. Is that his dad's dog tag? So his name is Luke Sullivan?
Moving on.
Interesting. And there will be contact via phone. Ah, that way I can leave you on read? I'm not how you're supposed to pronounce that. Yeah, that's probably a 10-year... That's an over 10-year-old bit of terminology there, but... Hell if I know.
Alright.
Okay, speaking of beating people up... Let's go ahead and set up things properly for beating people up. Hang on, how do I... Controls? Whoops, nope. Wish these... Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's change all the settings. There we go. It looks like we've turned off modern controls on all forms. And with that done... Wow, Macho Man's looking a bit pale. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and... Firstly, let's set... Our first master action is already set. Okay. Then in that case, let's go ahead and take off this stupid hat. Whoops. Okay. Now let's see. Do I have any special moves to customize with? I only have Flash Knuckle and Rising Uppercut. I assume I have to do more for Luke in order to unlock the rest of the special moves. I have not unlocked supers yet either, and I'm still level 2, so haven't unlocked any skills. Okay, and I can see here the Masters menu. There are 2 meteors to build, Style and Bond. Bond, I believe, when it is topped out, you get access to their alternate costume in all game modes. And their Style meter, when it is topped out, you get access to all of their special moves in the game. I'm not for certain. You do not get a body like Luke's by eating loads of junk food. The game says he loves to eat junk food. No, that is not the truth. Luke is lying to you. Alright, and let's get rid of all these notifications. Get them out of my face. I don't like them. Alright. Take that, Eric! Okay, classic controls. Classic controls. Excellent. Whoops. Okay, we've got classic controls back on. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And we leveled up by beating up that random passerby. Violence is its own reward, but nonetheless, it also has other rewards. Now, if memory serves from the demo, there's money up on top of this armored car for some reason. And there's money on top of one of these taxis as well. Is there money on top of... Whoop. Oh, Chapter 1 isn't done yet. Okay. We need to go talk to Alice. Okay. Well, I do have a couple things I want to do first. I hate mimes. If there's any NPC you run into any NPC fighter that you run into that should have access to unique special moves just for them and not the generic pool, it's the mime. Why do I have armor on? I mean, granted, I understand I'm playing as a pretty big dude. But still, it's a little bit odd. Okay, were there any special conditions in that fight, or did I just... Oh, new skills available. Excellent. Okay, it's pretty quick to level up the styles, apparently. And we will learn new moves when we talk to Luke, as well as stat boosts. And we earn more points in a style by fighting someone of the same style. Okay. And we can tell by the little icons over their heads who their master is. And they yield larger amounts of the given style XP. And by leveling up there, we have unlocked a Luke title. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have to go meet up with Luke if I want to go ahead and get that perk. Let's see. Oh, okay, so the alternate option in the skill tree is locked, so I can never get the buff to command normals. That's unfortunate. Okay, are we a big punch guy or a big kick guy? I think we're a big kick guy. Okay. Do I want more health, or do I want to reduce incoming damage from chip damage? I think we're going to go for health. We're not going to be chipped out that much. And once we get to level 6, probably, we will unlock the ability to increase the number of special moves. Okay. Let's see, there was a couple more people I remember wanting to beat up. Ah, yes, this Mr. Street Performer dude. Let's see, Pierre. Perform one wall jump. Perform 3 aerial attacks. Oh, I'll come back and fight this guy when I have Chun-Li style, because I'm going to need Chun-Li style if I want to do wall jumps. Ah, Tony! I forget, what do you say? This town was made for walking and eating. Are not they all? Pete Square's got some great eats. You can't forget about the food stalls in Chinatown. It's been a while since I've had legit Chinese and not Panda Express. Dash eats. What are the details on you? Hit with 5 unique attacks, hit with 8 punches, perform a combo that does 2,000 or more damage. Well, I don't see myself performing to a combo that does 2,000 or more damage, but... Okay, we need to hit so many unique attacks. So, let's go ahead and get that cleared up. Ow. These count as unique attacks, right? This guy's got good wrench placement. Now, what counts as 2,000 damage? Did that count as 2,000 damage? I don't know. I got at least one of the things, though. I got the Zenny. There we go. And now I'm about half health, because I was just mashing out the same attack over and over again. So let's talk to Shopkeeper Biz here. Oh, I'm not allowed to eat pizza until after I've finished up Chapter 1. Ah, okay. Well, in that case, you know what I think about that, Shopkeeper Biz? You know what I think about that? I think this. Why would I ever choose to challenge him to a fight when I can instead choose to just simply uppercut him out of nowhere? I feel like we've already hit with more than 5 unique attacks, but I've not been told I've got that achievement. That little special condition thing. Do I not have any unique attacks equipped? That's not my standard medium punch, that's forward medium punch. I'll have to check the little phone. Oh, I leveled up, so that refilled my health. Okay, I don't need to eat pizza then, in that case. Hang on, let's see. Where do I change my unique moves? That might not have been something that you could change. I may have misread what the game was saying to me. I'm going to assume I misread that, because that would be a bit odd if I could change unique moves. Okay, let's see. I want to find Luke, but I'm willing to bet I can't find Luke until after Chapter 1. So let's go ahead and wrap up Chapter 1 by talking to Alice here.
How'd it go?
Okay. I wonder how many of these World Tour characters people are going to be asking to see as DLC. Because, well, odds are any female character, people are, any chick of any kind, really, people are going to ask for to be added to the game just because, for the reason that a lot of male heterosexual video game players ask for relatively non-distinctive chicks to get added to video games. Let's see. No, I don't think I'm ever going to get what this strength business is all about, Miss Alice. I still don't get it.
Okay.
I just hurt people. That's all I do. Okay, so we're going to be given the objectives for the next chapter. I see. No, we aren't.
Right.
Alright, so what we gotta do is we gotta talk to people, and that will increase the size of our muscles. You make a good point. Or alternatively, just imitate the styles of the people who've came before. That also works. You know, I could tell you'd taken the style of Chun-Li, because you have Chun-Li's head floating above yours for some reason. Strange how these things work. Yeah, Macho Man doing Chun-Li moves would be pretty great to see. Yes. Okay. All roads lead to the fight. Miles. Morales. Points called miles are earned throughout the game by performing various actions. Not actually by running miles. A notification will appear when you earn miles. Miles are used to continue after losing a battle. If you lose without any miles, what happens? Does it just give you a game over and delete your save file? The city contains a wealth of things to see and do. You can chat with people you meet, do part-time jobs for money, or zenny apparently, or even find rare items in the most unexpected of places. The people you meet along your journey will show you the path forward and help you grow as a fighter. Chapter 1 completed. Excellent, we got Carmel, and we got 500 miles. And new items are available at shops. Okay, and we are now seemingly allowed to more or less freely roam throughout the city. Let's go ahead and bust out the map and see just how far that is. Okay. The map can be used to view the positions of the following: the player, main mission destinations, sub-mission destinations, legendary fighters, part-time jobs, clothing shops, general stores and eateries, body shops, fast travel points. Press Y on the map screen to bring up a list of fast travel points. Select a point to travel there. Press right stick to place a pin at your cursor's position on the map. You can use different pin colors to mark up to 20 locations. Try using pins on places you want to check out later, places you visit often, or places you don't want to forget about. If things are getting too crowded, you can also change what information is shown on your map with left bumper and right bumper. Very nice. Okay, it looks like we now have access to... I'm going to expect this is all of Metro City. It'd be a bit weird if this whole thing was playable. Okay. So we've got Shopkeeper Biz, a beauty salon, Drippin' Style, and down the road is going to be our first meeting with Chun-Li, or we can go back to the coastal gym, the coastside gym there, and get Luke to show us a move. Now, we've got 1,000 zenny, so let's go ahead and check what other clothing options we get. Certain pieces of upper body gear are considered parable and can be worn alongside other gear. Parable clothing can be found and selected via the upper body gear category. Try experimenting to see what pieces of gear are parable. Regardless of how you pair items, they will not affect their original parameters. Okay, so some clothing items can be combined, I see. You know, does this come in orange? It does not seem to come in orange, so I'll hold off. But an orange or pink version of this, I might just go with, because that could be the closest thing Macho Man can get to his bandana, at least at this point. Sadly, the regular clothing shop does not come with any options for trunks, for wrestling trunks. So I'll have to come back. I'll have to find some other place that does. Oh, wait. Oh, I require dyes to change the colors of clothing. Interesting. Okay, I'll keep on the lookout for some cloth dye. Katie. She is of the Luke style. If I hit her with 10 attacks and defeat her without using any continues, I get big rewards. I'll do it. Die. Katie. You came to the wrong neighborhood, honey. Ow. Oh, she's... What was that? Was that like some kind of advanced teabagging maneuver? I'm not much of a Luke player here. Ooh, boy. Just doing the bare-bones basic here. Ooh! I'll show you an uppercut. I'll show you several. If we had beaten her with less attacks than that, would it even be possible to beat this woman with less attacks than that? For us to get that achievement just now. Excellent. New interactions unlocked with Luke. We have leveled up to level 6 and ranked up to level 4 with Luke. Let us see. What is the skill height? Let's see. What's the highest skill level you can get to somebody? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Nonetheless, I have unlocked the ability to increase the number of special moves I can select. I'm a champion of this skill tree. Oh, I can... Okay, and here's a new skill tree. I see. I'll look at these when I have the points. I can pick up another special move. However, I don't have any special moves to pick up. These shoes are called Indactus. Okay. Alright. Kung Fu lessons in Chinatown. First, let me hit up Luke. No, wait, that's... Hey, ya. Oh! Here's Alice's brother with the questionable ski goggle fashion. So he is going to tell me how to do fast travel, right? I don't want to fast travel, though. I want to see the sights. As a matter of fact... Oh, examine a bus stop and it will become available later as a fast travel selection. Okay, good, good, good. I'll be sure to do that. Thank you, actually, Tracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Couldn't have done it without you. Okay, he is beyond my level. I am frightened. There we go. The subways, however, look like they are still locked. Let's see. Probably don't want to get too far into this Luke style. For one thing, just because I'm not a big fan of Luke, but also because... Yeah, save the content for later. Let's see. Now, which way was it? Yes, that-a-way. To go to the Luke gym. I hope it has his name on it in big letters. And when we get there, he will give us another move that I can actually make use of with my extra slot. Indignant Intern! Now this is a foe! No, it wasn't! I beat him. Handily. We got Mad Gear, noobs! Oh, he got the first hit. What an injustice! Nonetheless, I will kill him. A third Spinebuster. And he is dead. Oh, you punk. Oh, that's it. Now everyone dies. I should be using those charge punches more often. I'm not really trying to get too used to the Luke moves, however, because I know I'm going to be dropping almost all of them very, very quickly. Oh, hello. Hacha! Whoop, that wasn't right. Hacha! I got more caramels. Let's see. Let's grab some more from these balloons. It's white dye! Excellent. We can use that later when we pick up the bandana. Color it. Let's see. Where is Luke now? I should probably mark it on the map. Ah, well, he's just over there at that, shady-looking establishment. Oh, I guess those are just trainees. I thought they were more thugs. Okay, there's a lot of Luke-style users here, I'm willing to bet, that beating up on will get me extra points. Okay. Time to go unlock more Luke stuff. And it was here that the game decided to crash. It feels a bit odd that I got 2 crashes in one day. The game... This kind of instability was not really seen in the demo or the open beta. But yeah, I walked into Luke's little gym there, and at first... Well, things were a little bit weird, because at first it was empty. Then everyone abruptly loaded in. I started to talk to Luke, and that made the game crash. And it was really weird, because it made the recording work out in such an odd way that the recording crashed as soon as I entered Luke's place. Which, obviously, if you're seeing this video, so the rest of the recording evidently came out fine. But it did make the ending come off in a very weird way. So, going ahead and recording this little after bit here thing just to explain why it's just suddenly ending. There will, of course, be more, but for now, I guess this is the end of the video. Either which way, I'll see you with more Street Fighter 6, just general videos, in the days to come, hopefully weeks to come, maybe months to come, maybe years to come. I don't know. Having a good time with this game, despite the fact that I've got 2 crashes so far, 1 per video. Oh, I am worried about the next video I record. Yeah. Either which way, see you later.